A Muslim recently told me that Muhammad did not sin. As a matter of fact, he was sinless. And he asked me to provide him with one verse in the Quran that charges Muhammad with sin. So that's what I'm going to do. But the question is, why does this come up? Why would he say that Muhammad is sinless? Well, this has to do with the idea of God's protection of the prophets. So there's two ways to understand this from my understanding. The first one is that the prophets are sinless, and the second understanding is that the prophets do not commit any major sins. But we're going to assume the first one, at least with regards to Muhammad being sinless, and I'm going to uncover that right here as a false claim according to the Quran only. So we're going to look at three passages. Chapter 9, verse 43. Allah forgive you, O Muhammad. Why do you give them permission before you knew which ones were the liars? So here Allah obviously tells Muhammad, Allah forgive you, Muhammad. So here we have Allah forgiving Muhammad of his sins. So that's one point. That's one verse that says Muhammad is a sinner. Let's go to the second one. In chapter 40, verse 55, it says, Then have patience, Muhammad. Indeed, the promise of Allah is true, and ask forgiveness of your sin, and sing the praise of your Lord at the nightfall and in the early hours. So once again, Allah tells Muhammad to ask forgiveness for his sins. That's the second verse. And the third verse is 47:19. So know, O Muhammad, that there is no deity except Allah, and ask forgiveness for your sin and for the sin of the believing men and women, and Allah knows all your movements and your resting place. So here, Allah tells Muhammad to ask forgiveness for his sins and the sins of the Islamic community. So we have three distinct places within the Quran where Allah tells Muhammad to ask forgiveness for his sins. So if that's the case, then the Islamic prophet Muhammad is not sinless.